Page 7. This is Chapter 1, some review of Volume 1 concepts. I'm looking at the tab staves at the bottom of the page, and I'll talk through the first staff. D or first, B or second, G or third, D or fourth, high G or fifth, short string. Next, we have a measure of 8 eighth notes. Let me give you a count for that measure. This is the fourth measure of the tab staff. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'll stop there. Now I'm down at the next tab staff, the final one on page 7. And this is primarily to get you used to finding the right fret on a given string. So I'll play through it nice and slow. Maybe first I will play through the entire staff, and then I'll do a talk through. So the same count off. This is the second tab staff. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And wait, and pause, so now I'll talk through it, even going a little slower. So the first measure shows you some examples of finger placement of the fretting hand. So it starts with 2 open strings. First string, second fret. Open strings. Second string, first fret. Third string, second fret. Open first string. And then the next measure is 1 measure of quarter notes. So a quarter note is a note followed by the X, which is an eighth note pause. Not a rest or a stop, but just a wait. So let me count off that 1 measure of quarter notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Stopping there, we have 1 measure of half notes, twice as slow as the quarter notes. That's why a note is followed by the X plus an R, which is a full beat rest, or otherwise known as a quarter rest. Again, these aren't rests in the sense of stopping the note, but they're rests in pausing the note to let it ring for that half note. Let me play that 1 measure of half notes with the same count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the final measure, all open strings, back to eighth notes until the final pinch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Here's that whole second line again, all in tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And 2 and pinch. and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, if you can't keep up with me, don't worry about it. It's mainly you need to know these concepts of what string to pick, what fret to pick at a particular moment in time, and the difference between quarter notes, half notes, and of course, eighth notes.